I never expected my journey of self-discovery to begin with betrayal, but that's exactly what happened when my friend Mia's closest confidant entered my life. At the outset, I dismissed the subtle warning signs, the calculated questions, the convenient timing of her friendly advice, and the way she'd casually drop information that seemed designed to drive a wedge between Mia and me. But as the manipulation became more apparent, I realized I had two choices: remain a pawn in someone else's game or take control of my own story. What unfolded next would completely transform my understanding of friendship and personal boundaries. The first warning sign. I should have seen it coming. The signs were there, but I acted blind. My best friend Mia changed around Jake in ways that made my skin crawl. She'd touch him too much, lean super close when he talked, and laugh way too hard at everything he said. That Friday at Joe's Cafe changed everything. Jake went to get our drinks, and Mia pounced like a cat. She slid right next to him, staring at him like he was the last cookie in the jar. Then she did something that made my blood boil. She grabbed his arm and squeezed it while looking straight at me, like she was daring me to say something. "Mia, what are you doing?" I finally asked later. "Oh, please, we're just friends." She rolled her eyes. "Stop being so jealous." But I wasn't stupid. Each time I brought it up, she'd twist my words around. "You're crazy," she'd say. "You're seeing things that aren't there." The truth hit me like a punch to the gut. My best friend wasn't my friend at all. She was playing a game, using our friendship to get closer to Jake. Every smile, every laugh, every touch was part of her plan. And the worst part? She thought I was too dumb to notice. That's when I knew. Sometimes your worst enemy is the person you trust the most. Everything fell apart on a rainy Tuesday. Through the cafe window, I saw them, Mia and Jake, sitting way too close, laughing at secrets I wasn't meant to hear. My stomach turned to ice. Having fun, I pushed open the door, making them jump. Nice to see my best friend and boyfriend getting so cozy. Mia's face went white. Jake couldn't even look at me. "I can explain," Mia started. "Save it." My voice came out steady, even though my hands shook. "You both lied to my face for weeks." "It's not what you think," Jake cut in. "Really? Because I think you're both snakes." I planted my hands on their table. "Guess what? You can have each other, a fake friend and a cheating boyfriend. Perfect match." I spun around and walked straight out. My eyes burned, but I refused to cry. They weren't worth it. That day taught me two things. Real friends don't stab you in the back, and sometimes the strongest thing you can do is walk away. Their lies showed me who they really were. I deserved better than people who played with my trust like it was nothing. It hurt losing them both at once. But standing up for myself? That felt like winning. The warning signs were right there, bright as day. Mia kept texting Jake at midnight. "I need help with homework," she'd say. My stomach felt weird about it, but I pushed the feeling away. I wanted our friendship to work so badly. "Jake needs someone who knows how to have fun," Mia would say with a laugh. When I got upset, she'd flip it around. "Why don't you trust me?" she'd snap. I started doubting myself more each day. Things changed slowly, then all at once. Mia stopped hanging out when Jake was around. She and Jake had secret jokes I didn't get. They'd stop talking when I walked in. Each time it happened, I felt smaller, inside. My best friend turned into a stranger. She wore the blue shirt Jake liked. She started listening to his favorite bands. She touched his arm when she talked. When I tried to talk about it, Mia acted like I was crazy. "You're just jealous," she'd say. "Friends trust each other, but real friends don't lie. They don't steal. They don't break your heart piece by piece, while pretending everything's fine." I saw the truth. I just didn't want to believe it. The signs were there. I just chose not to see them. That feeling in my stomach wasn't just nervousness. It was a warning. Every time Mia hung around Jake, red flags went up. She'd laugh too loud at his jokes and touch his arm when they talked. My gut screamed, "Danger," but I didn't listen. "You're being silly," I told myself. "They're just friends." But my instincts knew better. The way Mia's eyes lit up when Jake walked in. how she'd suddenly fix her hair or check her lip gloss. The secret looks they shared when they thought I wasn't watching. All the signs were there. Something feels wrong, I said to my sister one day. Then do something about it, she shot back. Your gut isn't lying to you. She was right. Our bodies know things before our brains catch up. Those stomach knots and racing hearts aren't random. They're alarm bells. When your gut says run, you run. I wish I'd listened sooner. Maybe it would have hurt less. Now I know better. When that uneasy feeling hits, I pay attention. No more making excuses for people who don't deserve them. No more ignoring the warning signs. You're such a good friend, she'd tell me, while keeping secrets. She'd tell Jake I was too busy to meet them for coffee. But that was a lie. I was, waiting for them to ask me. I'm just worried about you two, she'd say, pretending to care. But she was busy telling Jake mean things about me when I wasn't there. Each time she smiled at me, she was really stabbing me in the back. One day, I finally saw through her act. She wasn't my friend at all. When I called her out, her fake sweet smile turned into an ugly smirk. That's when I knew who she really was. I saw those fake smiles right away. Mia wasn't my best friend anymore. She was turning into my enemy. Everything changed fast. Her laughs weren't real. Our secrets? She used them like weapons against me. You're being dramatic, she'd say, rolling her eyes while texting on her phone. I later found out she was messaging my boyfriend, Jake. The worst part hit me like a punch. Mia was never real from the start. One day at lunch, Sarah showed me the messages. There was Mia telling Jake I was crazy and clingy. My hands shook as I read them. I trusted you, I yelled when I confronted her. She just smirked. Maybe you're just too stupid to see what's really going on, she shot back. But I wasn't stupid anymore. Each time she tried to twist things around, I stood my ground. I know what you're doing, I'd say. It stops now, breaking away from Mia. Hurt, but staying would have hurt more. Real friends don't steal boyfriends. They don't lie. They don't make you feel small. I finally saw Mia's tricks for what they were. Every move was planned, like a chess game where I kept losing pieces. Jake, don't you think Sarah's being a bit much? She'd say with a sweet smile. Little comments, like that, day after day, made Jake doubt me. She played both sides perfectly. One minute she was my best friend, the next she was whispering to Jake about my problems. When I wasn't around, she'd get close to Jake, touching his arm, laughing too hard at his jokes. I'm just trying to be a good friend, she'd say when I called her out. But she'd leave me out of plans on purpose, then act shocked when I got upset. Why are you so paranoid? She'd ask, making me look crazy. It took me too long to see it. Each move was meant to push me away and pull Jake closer. She wanted my life, and she almost got it. I care about both of you, she'd say. But her actions showed the truth. She only cared about winning Jake for herself. The worst part? She made it look like I was the problem. Every time I spoke up, she twisted my words. By the end, I barely knew what was real anymore. I found out Mia was lying to me all along. It hurt bad, but it taught me something big. I'd to learn to be okay by myself. The truth hit like a punch to the gut, but it woke me up. I don't need anyone else, I told myself, even though my voice shook. I started doing things alone, went to watch movies, tried eating at new places, and even took a short trip by myself. Each time I did something new, I got a little braver. One day, I saw Mia and Jake laughing at our old pizza place. My heart dropped, but I didn't run away. Look at you, acting like nothing happened, I muttered under my breath, walking past them with my head high. Instead of crying at home, I signed up for a photography class, something I always wanted to do, but was too scared to try. Taking pictures helped me see things differently. Through my camera, I could focus on what was real, not what I wished was real. The worst part wasn't losing them. It was realizing how scared I'd been to be by myself. But day after day, I got stronger. Being alone started feeling good. I didn't need anyone's okay to feel good about myself anymore. The old me who always needed someone else was gone. Now I stood tall, all by myself. I'm better off without their lies, I said to my reflection, and for the first time I actually believed it. I was checking my phone when I found messages between Mia and Jake. My heart started racing. They'd been talking in secret for weeks, making fun of me and sharing jokes I wasn't part of. They met for coffee when I was in class. Jake lied about studying late at night just to talk to her. Mia said she was too busy to see me, but she'd time for him. They called me controlling and clingy in their messages. Maybe Lila's right about us getting too close, Jake wrote. She doesn't need to know everything, Mia replied. Reading those words hit me like a punch. They weren't hiding things to protect my feelings, they were hiding their guilt. I put down my phone. I didn't want to cry or yell at them. They weren't worth it. Instead, I decided to walk away. They could keep their secrets. I'd keep my pride. The messages showed me who they really were. Sometimes the worst betrayals come from the people you trust most, but I wouldn't let their lies control me anymore. The text messages hit me like a punch. There it was, proof that Mia, my so-called best friend, had been lying to both Jake and me. She'd tell Jake I was bad for him, then turn around and act like my closest friend. Everything made sense now. I can't believe I was so stupid, I muttered, scrolling through their chats. Red flags popped up everywhere. When I'd say, "Hey, you guys seem really close," Mia would snap back, "Stop being so jealous." If I tried setting rules, she'd cry and call me mean. Classic manipulation, and I'd fallen for it. Losing Jake hurt, but Mia's betrayal cut deeper. I remembered all the times she'd tried to steal my spotlight, at my birthday party, during my job promotion, even at my sister's wedding. She always had to be the star. "I'm done playing your game," I texted them both. Then I hit block. Some friends asked why I didn't fight back, but walking away was my power move. No more drama, no more lies, no more toxic friendship. Choosing myself wasn't easy, but it was right. I watched them through others' stories, living their fake little life. But I wasn't their puppet anymore. Sometimes, being strong means knowing when to leave, so I did. My heart and mind fought over what to do about Jake. My heart kept saying, "Fight for him. Show Mia she's wrong." But my brain knew better. I'd to step back and think things through. I started writing in my diary each night about how Jake hurt me and how Mia tricked us both. Writing helped me see that their bad choices weren't my fault. I went on lots of walks alone and tried to stay calm. Every day, I told myself that walking away was the smart thing to do. It still hurt to see them together, but I got stronger. I tried new things, hung out with real friends who cared about me, and focused on making myself better. The more space I put between us, the more I saw the truth. Jake wasn't as great as I thought, and Mia was never really my friend. That morning, I walked away changed forever. They'd lied straight to my face. All those sweet words were just tricks. My hands shook as I deleted their number from my phone, but my head felt clearer than ever. "Good riddance," I whispered, watching the sunrise paint the sky pink. Their games and lies weren't my problem anymore. Sure, it hurt like crazy, but sometimes losing fake friends is actually winning. It's like taking out the trash. It stinks for a minute, but then your whole house feels fresher. The old me would have cried for days. The new me? I just smiled and kept walking. Life has a funny way of showing you who really matters. When someone shows you their true colors, believe them the first time. I finally saw their true colors. Jake and Mia weren't my friends, they were puppet masters pulling my strings. Every text, every smile, every friendly chat was just another trick to control me. "You're nothing without us," Mia would say, her sweet voice hiding poison. "Nobody else understands you like we do," Jake would add, always watching me closely. But I wasn't stupid anymore. I started fighting back, blocked their numbers, deleted their messages, stayed away from their favorite spots, made new friends who didn't play mind games. The truth hit me like a punch. They'd been lying all along. Every time they made me doubt myself, every time they turned my other friends against me, they were just trying to keep me trapped. "You're changing," Jake said when I stopped falling for their games. "We're just trying to help you," Mia lied, but her eyes were cold. I wrote in my journal, each night, "I am strong. I'm free. I don't need their fake friendship." My new motto became simple. Real friends build you up. Fake friends tear you down. If someone makes you feel small, they're not worth keeping around. It hurts to walk away, but staying hurts more. Now I know better. Nobody gets to control my life but me. "I can't believe they did this to me," I whispered, staring at my phone. Jake and Mia's messages proved everything. The lies, the sneaking around, all of it. Like a punch to my gut, the truth hit hard. My best friend and my boyfriend had been lying to my face for months. But instead of crying, something inside me snapped. "I'm done playing their games," I said out loud, deleting their numbers. Every morning, I looked in the mirror. "I deserve better" became my new motto. No more checking my phone for Jake's messages. No more believing Mia's fake apologies. "What happened with Jake and Mia?" people would ask. "I chose peace," I'd say, walking away. That's all they needed to know. The old me would have fought back, tried to get revenge. But now, I saw their true colors, the manipulation, the lies, the fake smiles. Their game wasn't worth playing anymore. "You've changed," my mom noticed one day. "Yeah," I smiled. "I got stronger." And that's the thing about betrayal. It either breaks you or builds you. I chose to build myself up, brick by brick, stronger than before. Their lies became my stepping stones. Now when I look back, I don't see victims or villains. I just see lessons learned. Sometimes the hardest thing isn't leaving. It's realizing not everyone should stay in your life. Mia showed her true colors when she tried to trick both Jake and me. That's when I learned what toxic people really do. They steal your happiness and make you feel worthless. "I can't believe you do this," I told Mia one day. "Real friends don't try to steal each other's boyfriends." "You're just jealous." "Because Jake likes me better," she shot back, showing who she really was. Every time I saw them together, my stomach hurt. My body knew something was wrong before my brain did. I stopped checking their photos online and deleted our old pictures together. Each day I ignored their drama made me feel stronger. Walking away wasn't being weak, it was being strong enough to choose myself. When someone tries to play mind games, the best move isn't to play at all. Now when kids at school ask about Mia and Jake, I just say, "That's old news, I've moved on." The lesson was clear. Sometimes losing a fake friend is better than keeping one who hurts you. Each day without their drama feels like a weight lifted off my shoulders. I learned that real friendship doesn't hurt, it helps you grow. Turns out, letting go taught me more about being strong than holding on ever did. I got tired of Mia and Jake's mean games. For months they lied to me and made me feel bad. Every day they'd some new trick to hurt me. I kept checking my phone, hoping they'd say sorry, but they never did. "I'm done with this," I said one morning. I deleted their numbers and blocked them everywhere. It felt like dropping a heavy backpack. Suddenly, I could breathe again. Instead of worrying about their next mean move, I started doing things I love. I painted bright pictures. I walked in the woods. I played with dogs at the shelter. Some days still hurt. I'd see them at the store or hear about their latest lies from friends. But I didn't let it break me anymore. "What happened with Mia and Jake?" people would ask. "I found better things to do," I'd say, walking away. I wrote in my journal about the bad times, but also about my good days. Each page helped me feel stronger. They thought they could control me forever, but they were wrong. Now, when I see them, I just smile and keep going. They broke my trust, but they made me stronger too. Getting over what happened wasn't easy. Mia lied to me, and Jake was too weak to stand up for what was right. For months, I didn't know who to trust anymore. Every time someone wanted to be my friend, I wondered if they were tricking me too. I had to stay busy to feel better. I started boxing to let out my anger. When I hit the punching bag, I felt stronger. I wrote in my diary and painted pictures when words weren't enough. Each day I felt a little better, like I was winning against the bad feelings. The worst thing wasn't that Jake left. It was finding out Mia, who I thought was like my sister, could hurt me so much. Real friends don't try to trick each other or fight over stuff. My therapist helped me see that Mia did those mean things because she felt bad about herself, not because something was wrong with me. Now I can tell when people are trying to trick me. I don't let just anyone get close anymore, and my new friends respect that. When people ask what happened, I just say, I chose to be happy instead of dealing with their drama. These words help me stay strong. Sometimes my heart still hurts, but it's different now. Instead of feeling like someone stabbed me, it just reminds me how much stronger I am. I trust myself again, and that means more than any fake friendship or love ever could. Everything changed when I finally saw what Mia and Jake were doing to me. They played games with my feelings, Mia with her lies, and Jake with his weakness. I knew I'd to escape. I'm done being your puppet, I told Mia on the phone before blocking her number. Click, delete, gone. I threw myself into new things to stay busy. At photography class, I captured real moments instead of fake smiles. During yoga, I got stronger, both inside and out. These weren't just ways to pass time, they helped me grow. But they miss you, my friends would say. I don't miss their games, I'd answer firmly. The worst part was facing the truth. I let them treat me badly for too long. I ignored the warning signs. I made up excuses. I pretended everything was fine when it wasn't. Late one night, my phone lit up. Jake. I made a mistake. Please talk to me. Message seen. No reply. Their tricks didn't work anymore. I'd found something better than their fake love, real self-respect. Sometimes being strong means walking away, even when it hurts. I chose me, and that made all the difference. Each day without them felt lighter than the last. Their power over me vanished because I took my power back. No more games, no more lies. Just me, growing stronger. The knock hit my door hard. Jake and Mia stood there, just like I knew they would. I'd been ready for weeks, waiting for them to show up. We have to talk, Mia said, her voice weak. But I wasn't her puppet anymore. No, I cut in. I'll talk first. I kept my voice cold and clear. I know what you did, Mia. All the lies, all the games, playing innocent while stabbing me in the back. My phone was already in my hand. I showed Jake the proof. Mia's messages. Bragging about stealing him away from me. His face went white. Next to him, Mia's fake smile crashed. You were my friend, I said, my words sharp as knives. But this isn't about Jake anymore. It's about you being fake, about you being a liar. Jake stepped back from Mia like she was poison. Her games were over, and we all knew it. Get out, I said. Both of you. I'm done with your games. The door slammed shut in their faces. Through the wood, I heard Mia start to cry. But I didn't care anymore. For the first time since this mess started, I felt strong. Walking away felt like breaking chains. Sometimes the best revenge is leaving toxic people behind. My heart broke when I caught them. My best friend Mia sat too close to Jake on our couch, the same couch where we used to watch movies together. It's not what you think, Mia jumped up, but I'd seen enough. Get out, both of you. My voice didn't shake. I was done being weak. For weeks, I blamed myself. Was I not good enough? But one morning, I woke up angry instead of sad. Their choices showed who they were, not me. I started doing things for myself, taking pictures, hiking trails, and hanging out with real friends. You should forgive them, people kept saying. No. I stood firm. Real friends don't steal boyfriends. Every day got better. I learned to spot fake people faster. When someone tried to push my boundaries, I pushed back harder. Some called me mean, but I didn't care. Being nice had cost me too much before. Looking back now, that betrayal made me stronger. I know what I'm worth. I've true friends who don't lie or cheat. The pain still stings sometimes, but it's more like an old scar than a fresh wound. It reminds me to keep my guard up and my standards high. I walked away, and that wasn't weakness. It was the smartest thing I ever did. My life is better without traitors in it.